What's up YouTube, this is me RK from RK Games, and today we're doing an unboxing for my liquid cooling project. There should be a video up before this, unless I make it all one part, which if that's the case, and you already know what I'm talking about. If not, go watch the previous part. But this is my first and potentially second package I ordered. I don't know if these were sent as one group of liquid cooling components. There's a good chance that this was shipped with the, move that off the side there, shipped with the larger components, but, oh, my pumps. They came a day early. They're a lot smaller than I thought they were. That's good. These are two, 9-volt pumps. They were pretty cheap. They were, $7 a piece. It's nothing like a D5 or any of that nice stuff, but I'm gonna try them. I may have to adapt them because the these parts are look a little small. I could be wrong, but those are the cooling pumps. Let's bring in the big box in the view. I may have to adjust my camera. And that's okay. So the guys over at Frozen CPU apparently like Mott's, whatever you call it, Mott's applesauce. That's mildly. Alright, should be good enough. Fancy knife. The package is slightly damaged. The tape is Frozen CPU tape and not USPS tape, which is always promising. Because if it's USPS tape, you know they broke your package. And they opened it up. Okay. Set my knife off to the side and my tablet. They must have just thrown this in for some packaging. Packed by Joe and packed by... Oh wait, verified by Joe and packed by Peter. Ah. Haha. My balls grew on a cherry. I've always wanted to try this stuff, so I got a bottle of it. And it's not frozen, because it's like 30 degrees out. It's pretty warm today. A tiny tube. This was $7 of thermal paste. Some fittings. Let's take a look at these fittings and we'll pull the rest of the stuff out. Set that off to the side. These are monsoon fittings. Okay. Alright. Had a little brain fart there. Forgot I ordered that. Are these monsoon? Yes, these are monsoon. I'm using 3/8 by 1/2 inch tubing, so it's 1/16 inch thick. Fittings are a lot smaller than I thought they were. Why can't I get this open? Dang it. Worst Ziploc bag ever. Alright, so these are the compression fittings I'm going to be using. Or at least some of them. These are silver plated. Bring those up closer near view. Just stick your tube in there. Which is going to be a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Maybe I should have upsized to the 1/2 by 7/8 or whatever it is. But it will be okay. Let's look at the waterbox next. This is the XSPC Race Storm for an AMD AM3 Plus chip. It is how do you open it? There we go. Lots of packaging. It comes with the LEDs, which are on a Molex connector. Oh. It came with thermal paste. I'll be. Came with the mounting hardware and obviously the water block, which I don't think you can take out any further than this yet. Maybe, but not in this video anyways. It is the XSPC Race Storm water block. Feels really nice and dense. Let's look at the radiator next, shall we? Attention, once this product has been opened, it is not returnable. That's only if you cut those stickers though, so if I cut the other side, does that mean I can return it? No, I'm just kidding. Alright guys, this is scary. Once I cut this, there's no returns and there's no going back on this project. Oh, that hurt. Alright. Oh, it's a box within a box. Alright. So this is the Black Ice GTX radiator. Wow, everything is so much smaller than I had originally thought it was going to be. Really clear fins, I think. Yeah. You can look right through the fins, but it's very thick. I'll just give you a little view of that. Supposedly these things are very high-end. It looks a little chintzy to me. But, yeah, it doesn't look that great to me, to be honest, but what do I know about liquid cooling? Maybe this thing just looks sexy. The connectors are just a little disappointing, the 1/4 inch adapters on it. I take it from like probably 1/8 inch or something. Looked like there was something on the side there, but there wasn't. Well, supposedly that's one of the nicest radiators you can get, and CPU blocks, so we'll find out. And then the last part of this unboxing is the Alpha Cool tube radiator. Or, sorry, not radiator, reservoir. Please note this is my first liquid cooling build. And this is after about, let's say, 4 years of wanting and 3 years of planning, or 3 weeks of planning and deciding what I want to get. I actually just had to order another plug and I'm glad I did. Okay, so that little tube comes up and gets rid of bubbles as a tube in there. Where's my fitting? See how. Oh yeah, it threads in much nicer. I guess things are just smaller than I had originally expected them to be. Like the tubing. I think it'll be big enough though. I don't think I see any problems in my future. It'll let me keep things low profile. High speed, low drag. Oh crap. Oh, it came with plugs! I didn't need to order that extra plug. And it came with mounts. I'm really glad I didn't order mounts. Oh jeez guys. Wow. I feel really stupid. I literally spent about $15 on these acrylic plugs. I'm not even going to have to use them. I guess being I'm getting into liquid cooling, it's not a bad thing that I'm getting extra stuff. It's by no means a bad thing. I just really wish I would have known that was going to happen, because then I could have saved a little bit of money. Then again, guys, I'm already, I forget, like $300 into it total, I think. which really isn't that bad for a nice liquid cooling loop. But yeah, I guess I'll just do this, and then put this right here. And this is good as package. Alright, well that appears to be everything. Something I wanted to take another look at, and oh yeah, the pumps. I am going to do probably an 8-hour test on these. I'm going to tube them up and let them run for a while. Because I plan on using these exact pumps. Well, not these specific ones, these are going to be in the loop. Supposedly these have 10 feet of head on them, but I'm going to use these to liquid cool an engine I'm building. Solenoid engine to be exact. And, yeah, this will be an experiment, guys. Don't even know which way the water goes out. So basically I'm going to have a water box, and it's going to be pumping water from my computer, or from the water box to my computer. So all of the stuff, most of everything is going to be in a separate box outside of my computer, which decreases the possibility of leaks big time because you have less connections, and that in turn means less chance to leak. Yeah, these are the monsoon fittings, so I'm going to do a quick little review on all of this stuff. Let's make this a longer video, because we're only 12 minutes in, and I want to make it a little bit longer, because I'm RK Shari, and I say so. So these are silver plated to help reduce, I guess mainly just looks. They help with looks, but for the most part, the inside of them, it helps reduce the, what do you want to call it? Build-up of living things, because that can happen, and it's bad when that happens. Don't let that happen. I also have a jug of vapor distilled water, which is the best water you can use for liquid cooling. We could take out the race storm and take a look at that real quick. The reservoir looks really nice. I'm happy with the reservoir. Really excited to start this project up. I'm also going to be, once I water cool my graphics card, and I'm getting that heat out of my case, I'm going to install a GTX 660 with my 970, and use that as kind of a renderer thing, I guess you could say. But essentially I'm going to use it to run physics and do other rendering, while my 970 can focus purely on graphics. Because my 660 handled physics like a champ. And there is a separate cover on my race storm, so we'll finish taking that out. Wow. This is cool. The top of it is made out of some kind of plastic, I think, but it really feels like anodized aluminum. Now on the inside I can see a few little chunks of something. Like it was almost poorly tapped. Like they didn't think to clean it out. And that doesn't really worry me so much, but it does just kind of make me wonder about if something's going to fall out while it's running. Now I'm curious if I'm going to be able to use both of... I had ordered 6 XSPC fittings. They're almost exactly the same as this, except I think they're a little lower profile, which is kind of hard to believe because how small these ones are. But it looks like the race storms are going to fit just fine. Which means that I can use the nicer ones inside my computer. As long as I didn't just cross-thread my water block. So some of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fill this with water and put something over the tops to plug it. And I'm just going to let it sit for a little while and see if I get any leaks. That's a big worry with liquid cooling. But dang, these things... That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Definitely a nice choice of water block, as it was a $68 water block. I got it a little bit cheaper after all of the codes were applied and rebates and all of that fun stuff. Actually, no rebates, sadly. Rebates are always fun. So I'm just going to wrap it back up for its own sake. I guess I'll just put those in there and stick this in the film. Alright, now why don't we take a closer look at the Balls Guarana. Actually, I'm not going to drink it yet. I think I'm going to save this for the build, because I'm probably going to like the cherry better than the original, but it's textured for your enjoyment. It's tiny. I was hoping to be a little bit bigger, but it's only 10 ounces. It's made from the guarana fruit, and I'm really tempted to pop it right now and drink it. I think it's gonna sit in my desk or my dresser for a little while though. I'm gonna drink my Balls Guarana while I do the build, which I'm gonna do a build video on. You guys will see me building it, like I'm gonna upload video of building the box, putting everything in it. We also got this cute little thing of thermal paste. I'm not sure about quality though, like how the quality of it is. I actually bought like you saw earlier, the Arctic Silver, which is actually conductive. A lot of people know this, but thermal paste is conductive, especially this nicer stuff that has silver in it. High density polysynthetic silver. I think that means that it's actually synthetic silver is pretty much just produced silver like it was made by humans, and that it has different sizes in it. It has like between 3 and 5 different sizes depending on what you got. I actually got 4 size silver, and it has different size silver beads in it, basically micro beads, and they make a really nice finish. They go over all of the little nooks and crannies on your water block and CPU. So there's that. And let's take one more look at the reservoir. That's the details of it. Never assume anything is tight when you get your stuff, because chances are that it's not. And you will want to, let's make sure, like that. I easily just got a quarter, or maybe not quarter, but an eighth of a turn off on the end caps. If these leak, it's not the end of the world, but it's also not a beautiful thing because I don't feel like spending another 78 cents on water, which I actually end up getting for free, but nonetheless. I mentioned this before, but it has a little tube coming up, and that reduces a churn and reduces air bubbles. How big of an effect it actually has, I'm gonna say it's minimal, but it's there. So it's not bad that it exists in there, or that it's a thing. So that's going to be the inlet, and then the intake, and then the outlet is probably going to be down on this side or something. It's actually going to be sitting on the top of the box. This actually, all of this gives me an idea of how big the water box needs to be, and it doesn't need to be nearly as big as I was planning on making it. So I'm really glad I didn't get ahead of myself and start up on it, because it would literally be as big as, like, a really big shoebox. Let's put that back in there. Get it closed up. And make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think I am. Nope. I'm not forgetting anything. If you're curious how much all of this right here cost me, it was $200 total. With the pumps, which I ordered from lightshop.com. These would usually be used in cooling lasers and stuff. And the reason I have two is one's going to carry it up to my PC, and one's